Gimmick sets have been at the heart of Ninjago since its inception, grabbing our attention with their unique packaging and offering up cheap ways to get the latest Ninjago minifigures. Today we'll be looking at all of the Ninjago Gimmick sets released so far, from the start in 2011 all the way to the new Rising Dragon Strikes for 2024. The first gimmicks were the spinners. 3 waves of these iconic sets were released over the course of 2011, giving fans cheap and easy ways to get all of the characters and dive headfirst into the brand new world that was Ninjago. Each set came with a minifigure, 3 weapons, game cards and bricks, allowing for endless gameplay options like adding shields to the spinner, changing minifigure orientation, or even how your opponent spins. In 2012 they were updated to allow for weapons to attach below and were given brand new spinner crowns to improve the look. They worked exactly the same as before, slotting the minifigure in and sending them off into battle. After 2 years without any gimmick sets, 2015 sent the ninja flying with their jitsu. The new flyers locked minifigures inside a clear capsule and included a handle to grip with a ripcord launching them off into the sky. Or you could flip it upside down and use it as a regular spinner on the ground. These included a single minifigure plus an assortment of weapons for them to use. 2018 took this system and revamped it with Spinjitzu Masters. These spinners were smaller and thicker than Air Jitsu, but could also spin on their side. To be honest, I don't think these were great, and they also featured some of the worst minifigures in the whole theme. In summer, Air Jitsu returned with large plastic wings to create the Dragon Flyers. These handles are giant and launch the flyers at an angle rather than straight into the air, and they absolutely redeemed themselves with this gorgeous set of ninja flight suits. In 2019 we got show-accurate Spinjitzu Tornadoes with Legacy. Each spinner came with 3 stands to hold both the spinner and multiple weapons and shields to attach to the spinners however you like. Slotting the minifigure in was easy, and away they go. FS had smaller tornadoes than Legacy, with launchers letting you slam them into action. Some of these spinners were available in normal sets, giving us glittery versions too. 2020's burst spinners can ferociously burst open when you get them spinning fast enough, but they were only available for Lloyd, Kai and Cole. 2022's core spinners felt like a merge between the Spinjitzu Masters and Legacy spinners, locking the minifigures inside giant capsules and launching the tornado using ripcords. The most recent spinner gimmick to be released were the Dragon Power spinners. The specialised pieces for these ones allow 3 of the Dragon Energy Core collectibles to snap in place, so you can mix and match or have a solid colour scheme. Lloyd's Dragon Power spinner can spin, Kai's can flip, and Nia's can be launched forwards. But not every gimmick set has been a spinner. With so many minifigures released over the course of 2012, some of them ended up with booster packs instead of spinners. These came in these small plastic bags, much like LEGO Mixels did a few years later, and each one included a single minifigure, some game cards, 3 weapons, and a bunch of accessories to add on to spinners to make up for the lack of a spinner itself. There were 7 of these booster packs released in total, which overall gave us booster packs for Lloyd, JZX, Kendo Cole, ZaneZX, Mesmo, Baitar and Lazaru. You could of course share the minifigures with other spinners, so of course we can give Lazaru Spitter's spinner here, and of course you can load it up with all of the accessories that came in Lazaru's booster pack. So yeah, combining Lazaru's booster pack with Spitter's spinner makes an even more powerful spinner for Lazaru to use. So these 7 booster packs may be pretty simple, but honestly they are pretty good in my book, giving you a great cheap way to get some of these awesome characters. Lazaru and Mesmo were actually exclusive to booster packs, and for $5 to get 2 exclusive minifigures plus 5 other really cheap minifigures with all of these awesome accessories, honestly that is not a bad deal at all. These were pretty cool indeed. 2020 is where we find our next Ninjago gimmicks. These were the arcade pods, which came in special packaging designed to look like an arcade machine. Inside was the arcade pod itself, and each one came with 2 minifigures. One minifigure was the ninja's avatar form, so we have the Mohawk Lloyd, the Superstar Rockin' J, and then this Kai minifigure with a big cobra on his back. And then there was another minifigure included, which was the ninja's regular Digisuits. Each pod was designed to look like an arcade machine. They used giant plastic molds and they covered them with stickers to give some detail. We've got Prime Empire written at the bottom in Ninjago language. The pods are pretty simple. The only thing they can do is you can open up the back section, and inside that you will find a weapon for the ninja's digiform, an accessory for their avatar form, and then a health bar that you can add onto the Digi Ninja to show how much health they've got left. And you could of course swap them out for the Avatar Ninja as well if that is what you wanted to do. A year later, and Ninjago celebrated its 10-year anniversary with a special wave of legacy sets. And this set wave included some very interesting gimmick sets. These were the epic battle sets, and each one included a ninja, a villain, and a small terrain build for the 2 characters to battle it out in. First up is the Epic Battle Kai vs Skulkin set. This included Kai in a special training suit with a white vest on, and Whiplash, the Skulkin. This actually had an exclusive face print for Whiplash in this set. And then the actual main build of the set itself, we had a small little training dummy that you could whack about with one of the ninja, and then we had a small little shrine as well. This had some small orange leaves growing around it, and then a big kind of central shrine piece with a golden circle in the middle, and some places around it that you could stand minifigures. So next was the Epic Battle Jay vs Serpentine set. This was my favourite of the bunch, not only for the quality of the build that was in it, but also the quality of the minifigures. First of all, we had the Legacy Rattler minifigure, which was a fantastic take with his blue colour scheme, and yeah, just a really great looking Legacy minifigure. And then we also had Jay in a really cool training outfit. As for the builds itself, we had this small little bit on the side with some bamboo that you could knock over. And then the main Serpentine shrine itself, which has this big black snake statue, some bamboo on the side of it, and a little spot in the middle where you could, I guess, put one of the old Serpentine staffs for the snake to protect it from Jay as he comes in to attack. So definitely the best of the bunch. And then the Epic Battle series kind of skipped over the Stone Army and we went straight to the Nindroids. So we have Zane versus Nindroid here. The Nindroid is a basic Legacy Nindroid, and then Zane is probably the weakest of the new ninja suits that came in this wave, unfortunately. He doesn't seem to be wearing a lot, which is a bit questionable, but yeah, he's got that white kind of training robe over the top. But this was the first Zane minifigure to include the movie hairpiece in titanium. Anyway, the builds on this one were pretty basic as well. We have this small little section at the side. Yeah, you can kind of knock the barrier over to have a minifigure go flying if you want to. And then the main build is this small little stand here, which has got space for a weapon. And the main draw with this one is that you can stick the Nindroid there, and then you can slam this thing on his head, and it's kind of like the Nindroid is being programmed or sleeping, and he's ready to come out and attack the ninja fresh from being created. And then finally we had the Cole versus Ghost Epic Battle set from Possession. This one came with a Legacy Ghost minifigure, exactly the same as all the others. And then we of course had Cole in this training outfit, which is actually pretty similar to his island suit. As for the build, we had a small little stand with a green hot dog in it. I'm guessing that hot dog has been turned into a ghost. And then we had this small shrine here with a big ghostly lantern in it, a box with an egg in it, and a little frying pan as well, so you can kind of make your own fried egg if you want to. So yeah, these were very interesting gimmick sets. There was no kind of play feature like with spinners or what we're about to see next for the gimmicks. Each ninja came with a special weapon, and these all came in a special little pack. So every single ninja came with every single weapon, and we are yet to see them again. So those weapons are exclusive to these gimmick sets, and I guess that is possibly what the gimmick about these ones is. And the latest line of gimmicks to come from the world of Ninjago are the Rising Dragon Strikes from Winter 2024's Dragon's Rising set wave. Each one comes with 2 minifigures, so we've got a Wolf Mask Warrior, great to get villains in these sets that the ninja can actually fight. And then of course we have got the ninja themselves which ride the dragons. These minifigures aren't exclusive, they do come in other sets, which is great to see. Here we've got gimmick sets for Kai, Aaron and Nia. The gimmicks themselves are these weird, really strange looking dragon contraptions. Each one has a dragon that has a big moulded head, which can open up to reveal a dragon energy core inside. They are the same colours as the ones from last year's gimmicks. And they've also got these brand new wing pieces as well, which just clip onto the side like so, and you can change the orientation of those however you like. The main purpose of these is to slot the ninja onto the dragon like so, and then you push down on this golden piece at the back, and it launches the Dragon Strike forwards. And you can also kind of use them like spinners, so if you put your finger in the little gap that the wing forms when you launch it off, it will kind of spin around, which is interesting, but again, it's not like a classic spinner. It's just a little gimmick. There is nothing you can really do like battling them or make it look like spin jitsu or anything. Yeah, it's an interesting design, and personally, I think if you want to get your hands on one of these and test it out and see everything that it does, I just recommend go for your favourite ninja out of the 3 available and just use that one. I don't really see the point in having all 3 of these because they are pretty much all the same. There's not really any variation between them. It's not like a Spinjitzu spinner where you can get multiple and then you can start battling them together. These are pretty strange little gimmicks. And if you want a more in-depth look at all of these spinners that we have looked at in this video, then you can click on screen right now to check out my full in-depth video on how Ninjago spinners changed from 2011 all the way to 2023. And make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, as we continue the march to 100,000 subscribers.